Letters of recommendation are a crucial part of your business school application package. And what most applicants fail to realize is that at some schools, the recommenders get more space to give their thoughts than is dedicated to the applicant's essays. That means putting real thought into who is going to write your recommendations and considering whether they can provide a valuable letter. Hi, I'm Rachel Beck, Managing Director at mbaMission, and in this video, I'll give you my best advice on how to pick your recommenders and get the results you want from their letters. You want people writing on your behalf who know you well, meaning they've supervised you in your work and can talk at length about how you compare with others at your level. Additionally, recommenders will be asked about how you take and respond to constructive feedback. So that will require you to pick someone who has given you advice on how you can improve in the workplace. Those you should leave off your list: coworkers, former professors, or mentors. While those people might know your character well, they haven't overseen your work, and that's what the admissions committees want to know about. To start, the title of the recommender doesn't matter. I want to get that out of the way first because many applicants want to reach high in their organizations to find recommenders. But the truth is that your direct supervisor knows you much better than someone up the food chain. And you'd rather have someone who can talk about your talents and accomplishments and personality and potential writing your recommendations. All too often, more senior leaders can only describe your work in very vague and general terms, and that doesn't help sell your story. 2 recommendations are required at most schools, so you might wonder who else to ask if you only have one direct manager. A good place to look would be a recent former supervisor who can give similar details on your professional performance and interpersonal skills. If you work with another team closely, a manager from that team could also be an option. At times, managers get promoted, so there might be someone above your direct boss who you worked with closely at a previous time. If you're in a field where you work with suppliers or vendors, someone who could talk about you professionally and also has provided critical feedback about your performance might also be an option. If you're actively involved in an outside organization or activity, you could consider using someone from that group to write your recommendation. For instance, if you're on a board of a nonprofit and have helped roll out a new fundraising campaign, the group's executive director could be someone you could consider as a recommender. Remember, though, that this person still has to write about constructive feedback that was given to you and how you responded. The test to see if someone is a strong recommender is whether they can answer that question. At times, applicants decide they can't use their direct supervisor for various reasons. Maybe they don't want their boss to know they're applying for an MBA, or they feel that telling your boss about their MBA plans would hurt their career progression or bonus payout. In such cases, using a former supervisor is likely the best choice as a recommender. If you just began a new role, you can also use a former manager who might know you better. In these cases, explain to the admissions committee in an optional essay why you aren't getting a recommender from your current boss. Once you've decided who you'd like to write your recommendation, the work doesn't stop there. Your recommenders will need some coaching through this process. Meet with them in person to talk about how the process will work, and then follow up with an email. You want them to know you will be inputting their contact information into each school's application portal, and they will hear directly from the schools. Additionally, it's often difficult for recommenders to remember most accomplishments that you've had, even though they're managing you. Therefore, offer your recommenders guidance on your successful work projects, how you interact with colleagues, initiative you take outside of your direct line of work, and more. By giving them this quote-unquote cheat sheet, they will have stories they can easily pull from when sitting down to write on your behalf. You can also detail constructive feedback they've given you and how you've responded, fodder that can easily be used in the recommendation. A big no-no in this process is the applicant actually writing the recommendation. The business schools have begun to deploy new technologies that can easily detect plagiarism. If they feel that you've been involved in writing your recommendations, you'll be immediately rejected. Have the courage to tell your recommenders that you want this process to be as easy as possible for them, but ultimately they will have to put their final thoughts together and submit. I hope this video helped you understand how to pick a strong recommender for your MBA applications. Be sure to download mbaMission's Letter of Recommendation Guide, which goes into more depth about how to pick your recommenders and what a strong recommendation entails. Also, it includes a guide for your recommenders that can help them write strong letters on your behalf. It's free on our website and linked in the description below. If you have any questions about your specific candidacy, I'd be happy to speak with you via our 30-minute free consultation. We can discuss who you might be considering to write your recommendations and how best to prepare them for the process. Click the link below to sign up. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you enjoyed this video and want to get more admissions and application tips, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel.